Hello and welcome to the Boxing Officials Training Channel. This is Armando Garcia, and today we continue our comprehensive judge training and review with Part 2, the scoring criteria. Today we will first discuss the scoring criteria framework. The system uses 4 criterion. Fair blows is the primary anchor. Effective aggression, ring generalship, and active defense are the supporting criterion. The foundational principle is that the latter 3 criterion exist solely to create or prevent those fair blows. As judges, you evaluate how the scoring criteria works together, not independently. Before we score impact, we must verify legality. The scoring area includes the front and sides of the head, the front and sides of the body above the waistline, and the upper arms near or on the front of the shoulders. Blows to the biceps, triceps, or forearms do not score. If a punch is not legal or does not land on the scoring area, it does not matter how hard it was thrown. It is not a fair blow. Now, let's fully define our primary criterion, fair blows. This evaluation is focused entirely on impact over volume. Harder, cleaner, consequential punches carry greater value. We look for effectiveness. Blows that disrupt balance, rhythm, or defense score higher. The single guiding question is, who landed the more consequential fair blows? For effective aggression, the pressure must be controlled and must lead directly to clean, effective scoring. We are not judging effort or intent. We are judging results. This is why not all pressure scores. Chasing, overwhelming, or simply swarming an opponent alone does not score. When you see a boxer throwing wildly, they are often delivering punches that land with the inside wrist, forearm, or glove. Those are slapping or pushing blows, and they do not count. And this is where the standard is strict. We're enforcing the fundamental rule here. A punch only scores if it hits the target cleanly with the knuckle surface of the glove on the legal target. One must judge the technical result, even if the fans cheer and applaud the high-effort activity. If the aggression does not result in that legal knuckle-first contact, the boxer gets no credit. Now let's look at what judges reward. Judges reward behaviors like balance, posture, and composure during attacks. They also reward the ability to cut off the ring and control positioning. And finally, they look for limiting opponent responses through disciplined offense. Ring generalship is controlling the environment and dictating the terms of the fight. This involves controlling the pace and rhythm by initiating engagement on favorable terms and mastering the distance and angle to take the advantageous position. The scoring rule for ring generalship is simple. Generalship only scores when it directly creates opportunities to land fair blows or prevents the opponent from landing them. Avoidance is not rewarded. Excessive evasion or retreat without setting up any kind of attack, even if it looks stylish, is also not rewarded. Running, stalling, or avoiding competitive engagement also does not score. We introduce active defense in 2 parts. Active defense must achieve 2 essential goals. It must prevent the opponent from scoring, and it must create opportunities to land fair blows. The core concept is that defense, without creating an offense, is merely neutral. It does not score points. To reward active defense, we look for winning mechanics like disciplined footwork, slipping, and parrying that sets up counterpunching. The ultimate result is what matters. The boxer is consistently making the opponent miss and turning that defense into offense by landing clean counterpunches. Finally, we must be clear on what doesn't score in defense. This includes excessive retreat, remaining in a passive shell by covering up, or stalling to avoid engagement. Also, regarding defensive moves on the ropes, yes, it is acceptable to reposition or reset there, but using them to gain momentum for a punch is a foul. Now, step back and look for a moment and look at these criteria we've just covered. As you can see, effective aggression, ring generalship, and active defense are not separate boxes. They constantly cross boundaries and support each other's function, all with the singular goal of producing or preventing fair blows. This interconnectedness is why we must not only understand what each criterion is, but also how they connect and support the final scoring outcome. We will focus on this connection next. Let's discuss connecting the criteria and the scoring hierarchy. Fair blows anchor the system. The supporting criteria only matter to the extent they create or prevent fair blows. We look at their supporting roles. Aggression creates the opportunity. Generalship controls where it happens, and defense prevents it. As judges, you must evaluate how each element contributed to the consequential fair blows in the round. Let's talk about judging close rounds. We begin the decision process for a close round with primary tiebreakers. Remember, a truly 10-10 round is extremely rare. Your job is to find the winner. So we essentially use a 3-step process. Identify the more consequential legal punches landed and their impact. Still close? Evaluate quality. Who landed the harder and cleaner fair blows? Still close then? Evaluate consistency and volume across the round. Only after you have exhausted the 3 steps under fair blows do you move to the secondary tiebreakers. And then we move down the hierarchy: effective aggression, ring generalship, and finally active defense. The core challenge is that all these truths must be processed in 3 minutes of boxing. You must have a crystal clear internalized understanding of all this methodology while you are watching the action. This preparation is what allows you to use the hierarchy, not personal preference, to separate close rounds and find the winners. The final topic is understanding scoring differences. Judges often differ due to real-time perception and from interpreting the hierarchy, how much weight they give to the supporting criteria's contribution to fair blows. What matters is the standard for all judges. Every score must be built on clear, defensible reasoning, a consistent application of the scoring hierarchy, and round-by-round independence. Thank you for joining this session. As you can see, scoring boxing correctly is not easy. It requires a disciplined methodology applied under pressure. We've established the framework, the hierarchy, and the tiebreakers. Now it's time to build on this foundation. Please proceed to Part 3, Practical Applications and Round Outcomes, where we will analyze knockdowns, deductions, and extreme situations there.